It's Madden NFL 23. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Rams and the Chiefs, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners in 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come in right at 500, looking to get... is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now here comes the Los Angeles offense and the man in charge of it in his second season with the team, 14th overall in what's been an impressive career, Matthew Stafford.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the Kansas City offense. And in his 6th season of conducting this high-powered attack, coming off 4 straight Pro Bowls, it's Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
And when you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from your wide receivers.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. The Chiefs at 7-3 now on the year. And they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. To the sideline. And that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. They'll get 9 out of that one. And as a result, the drive continues.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Aaron Donald, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope. I think good things are in store here today for them.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now. Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On first down at Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Here's Stafford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 66 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Akers back-to-back catches. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
They've got well over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. These two teams all tied after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes, man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll set up a throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. To the air again, Stafford. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. George Karlaftis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. To throw is Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. George Karlaftis. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And no hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. They run a draw here on 2nd down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Sky Moore with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 10-3. Drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Sky Moore capping things off with a touchdown reception. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. The end result, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Stafford. And down he goes. A covered sack. Took too long to get rid of it.
George
Karlaftis able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Mahomes to throw once more. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From midfield, here's Mahomes. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Butker's kick here is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Deontay Foreman, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas.
And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Dalvin Cook, a touchdown run in the victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Chiefs to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's Mahomes to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And he picked up another 1st down there.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now it's Mahomes again. That's caught left side by Hardman. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Butker's kick here is good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making...
Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. A couple of vets, Stafford to Robinson there. 1st down Rams. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A give, running right is Akers. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Stafford. Open man. He's got Jefferson across the formation. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Stafford. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Michael Dana drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Gay's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Still going past the 30. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Second and 10, Stafford again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Back to throw, Stafford. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The offense on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. 53 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, but their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, it's complete to Robinson. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Oh, look at the juke. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? He might meet up with his team again.
One last throw here for Stanford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points.